What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.
What's up? This is WYTAP.
What up? It's your boy T-Man, a.k.a. T-Mandible, B.K.A. Anthony Hood.
And Mr. Hood. And this is Nicole, a.k.a. Sunshine. And we have our lovely guest,
Kim Rouse.
All right, Kim.
Yes.
Hey.
Now, many of you guys don't know, but we're going to let you know. We had Kim here before when we was doing an interview, and the shucky-ducky willy-nilly enemy was messing with the technology. It was just a hot mess. So we had to make sure we kept our word and our promise. We got Kim back.
We gotta get her back in here.
All right.
No more technical difficulties.
Not at all.
All right. So, Kim, introduce yourself to them and let them know who you are, where you from, and who's you be.
All right. Well, my name is Kim Rouse. I'm from the BX. I'm from Bronx. Bronx Chicken Buffalo. # Bronx Chicken Buffalo. I sell leggings and I'm independent paparazzi consultant. And my business name is Rousey Poo Boutique.
Rousey Poo.
Rousey Poo
Now, how did you
Boutique.
get that name, Rousey Poo?
Well, my last name is Rouse. And so I just added the Poo because I think I'm cute.
We got a log.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nobody else is a log.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Starting like my daddy.
Yes.
You
yes,
know, go ahead.
Exactly.
So when did you move to Buffalo? Since you said you from the BX.
So I've been in Buffalo for 16 years. I
Okay.
moved to Buffalo in 2003, the summer of 2003. So I've been up here 16 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice,
Well, I'm from
nice.
Long Island.
All right.
L.I.
Oh, you guys.
Yes.
I'm from Buffalo.
Well, what do they say? Buffalo is below? The below?
I guess.
Wah, wah,
I don't be talking about my city.
Well, Buffalo's been good to my family, to
Yes.
me and my family. So
Yes, same
it's
here,
been really,
same here.
really good to us. So, I raised my children here. Well, my youngest doesn't know any other place but Buffalo.
Okay.
And my older two came up here when they were in like 7th grade. And it's been good to us. My daughter graduated from Mount St. Mary Academy. My oldest graduated from Canisius. And my youngest will be graduating this year from Global Concepts.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is an
Beautiful.
awesome thing.
Yes.
Seeing them walk across, getting their degree.
And
Yes.
Global
Sit
Concepts
cap
is a
and
good
gown.
school. My
Yeah.
kids went there a couple years.
Oh,
It's a pretty
yeah?
good school.
Okay,
Pretty
good.
good school.
So,
Oh, good. Congratulations. So what made you become into the paparazzi and the leggings?
So I got into paparazzi because my daughter is an independent paparazzi consultant. So she started it as a side hustle. And then I kept saying, I need a side hustle too, because I was constantly working like 2 jobs and overtime. So I got into paparazzi. And it was good. I had my first party. So my initial investment was $99. And my first party I made like $160.
Okay.
So that like had me, okay, I can do this. And then I picked up the leggings because I love leggings. They're comfortable. And I have interstitial cystitis and pelvic floor dysfunction. So I have a lot of pelvic pain. And I cannot wear pants with snaps or zippers.
Or
They have to be,
buttons.
or buttons.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of pressure. And, there's so many women who, for whatever reason, wear leggings, because they're comfortable. But also, like, so many women who have IC in my support group, they have the same issue. They can't wear buttons, zippers, so they wear leggings.
Okay.
So I said, this is something that, can sell. And I've been doing okay with it, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Now,
Yeah.
what sizes do they come in?
So my leggings come in one size. They fit on average like a size 4 to 12.
Okay.
And then they come plus size, and that's like 12 to 20. And I have extended plus size. I go up to 4X in
Okay.
a lot of my leggings. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I love leggings too,
Yeah. Mhm.
especially summertime and spring.
Absolutely.
Girl,
Absolutely.
and you could throw a nice cute top over and wear a belt or the lace belt to be like, what? I'm cute.
Yeah, I like to wear my leggings like that too.
Now,
with some
if
flip flops.
you see Mr. Hoof with some leggings, I'm gonna be like,
I'm trying to keep a straight face while I'm saying it too. So.
I'll be like, I ain't got that to do.
Just walking up the street with some ashy ankles and some leggings on.
Girl, and I'll be like, hold on, let me give you Erica's Andrea's.
Get you some.
We gonna keep that up in here.
No, that's cool. They gonna think it's socks.
No.
That's real ashy.
Look,
You think it's
and
socks?
you can write on the ashiness, and you know that ain't socks. That's good. I gotta
definitely
get
good.
some leggings from you because they are comfortable. You can rock them with different tops, like I said before.
Right.
You know them long dress shirts or them shirts that people like to wear thinking it's a dress, which is not. It's just a long shirt.
So they can wear leggings underneath it.
Exactly. So when you bend over, you don't see everything.
Right.
Am I lying though? Like,
No, you're accurate.
Ooh, Jesus.
You are accurate.
I'm like, ooh, baby. So, when you did the leggings, how long did it take to get everything up and running?
So with Legging Army, you can start with a small investment, and right away you'll get a website. And so that's how I've been doing it. I didn't start ordering inventory initially. I just had the website, but then I started ordering inventory. And so right now I have leggings at a little gift shop in Colden, New York. It's called Essentially Well Oiled. I did have leggings at another gift shop in West Seneca called Hearts Gallery, but right now I'm just at Essentially Well Oiled.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to do legging parties and I vend. So, it's coming along.
That's good. That's good.
It's coming along.
So what else do you do? Because I know when we do side hustles, we have
You gotta dibble and dabble.
Dabble, and keep bills paid.
Well, I work right now. I work the overnight shift, so I work in a residential facility for individuals with a mental health diagnosis.
Oh.
But I'm also a licensed practical nurse, which I'm not nursing at this time, but I'm also a licensed practical nurse.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That's some hard stuff there.
Yeah, nursing. Yeah, my mother is a.
That's hard. That's a hard thing to be.
30-something years.
Oh, yeah, good.
The trials and tribulations
Absolutely.
I've seen her deal with.
I know some nurses that are like unhappy nurses. You got those type of nurses, the ones that bring your scores down.
Yeah.
That nursing is a burnout.
They get to that point,
it's a burnout. And so I took a little break because I was working in a convent. And first of all, I really can't lift too much, but also I saw a lot of death. And for me, there's nurses who've been doing it for so long that they're immune to it. But for me, every patient or resident who dies, I feel it, especially if I'm actually on duty and with them when they die, which I have been. I've been with 2 people when they transitioned. So.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, you
Yes,
really got to have self-care.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have the heart for it.
Yeah, I was an aide for a while and seen a lot of that stuff. And I was an aide for 2 years and seen a lot of Lena. But it was one lady, she was happy to go, but she was always in pain.
Yes.
But she scares me though. She scared me. I'm coming in. Hey, I'm coming in to get all your stuff ready. I got your stuff here. You're gonna wash, and it's just like I ain't gonna wash. Yes, you is. If you don't wash, they gonna yell at me. She like, why don't you just let me die?
Ooh.
Not me. No, you asked the wrong person. That I ain't working around here. I ain't.
She was tired.
But yeah, right. And they took her off the oxygen, whatever it was, and she was with it. And then she looked at me. She came in. She was just so happy. She was so happy. Her family was there when she transitioned, and her family they was all smiling with her. And she was talking. She was like, they finally took that stupid mask off me,
Yeah.
And then I went down for lunch. Came back. She was gone. That's how fast that stuff is. You gotta have.
It is.
Yeah. You gotta be that type of. Ooh, I couldn't.
See, I could do nursing. I just cannot do when it's time to cut, operate, all that, and yeah, I can watch it on TV, and I have to turn my head sometimes. But watching my mother do it ever since I was little, and some of the stories that she comes back, and unfortunately some attacks with the patients.
Absolutely.
Oh, I've
My
seen
mother
some of
got
that.
bit by a one that was in the mental ward, but she was having a baby and she was fighting, and they was like, you're in labor, and she thought people were trying to take her baby, but they was trying to help deliver the baby, and she bit on my mother. So then my mother had to get shot.
Absolutely.
Then you have to get tested.
For 6 months they do that too.
And then you're on medication.
Every month you got to go get your blood tested. Yeah.
She would eat with disposable stuff and throw it out, and everything came back clear, and she was good. But you have to do the protocol.
Right.
But the protocol now affects the house as well.
Absolutely.
So I understand. You know what I mean? And then the transition, and I can help people get there, but I break down and cry with them. Like, you know, they going out, and you pray that they have received the Lord, but you don't know whose people's life, where they going.
Right.
Some ain't going to heaven. Some going straight to hell.
Right.
And you pray that they are going to heaven, but you know what I mean? It's a transition. Like, I do Medicaid right now, and I left the criminal side of the law. I know I can't deal with them. So I work with an attorney now where we do Medicaid, wills and all that. But I deal with the Medicaid. So my clients that's going into the nursing home, I know they're not coming back out. So I pray with the family before we leave the meeting. I've cried with some of the family members before we leave the meeting, and my attorney was like, oh my God, you about to have me crying. I can't. She was like, but you hear them. I said, that's what they want. You need to be able to hear them, and you have to have the heart.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Not everybody, like he said, is cut out to be a doctor or nurse and everything, but you got to have love for the people.
That's it.
So I want to tell you a story. So, the second person I was with when she transitioned, we had to go in there and clean her up. So the shifts was changing. So it was myself and another nurse. And I didn't realize I was doing this because I do it a lot around the house. And I started singing Amazing Grace. And it's just spontaneous,
natural,
right?
Yeah.
So the next day I came to work, everyone was like, oh my God, that was so nice. And I was like, what? And it was like, you sang to so-and-so. And I said, I was singing.
I did. What? You lying. I ain't singing to nobody.
No, y'all wasn't there. And they said, so-and-so told us. And it wasn't a performance. It just touched
Genuine.
me. Exactly. And so I realized, so she was the second person I was with when they transitioned, that I am at peace with being with people who transition. And it sounds like an oxymoron, but there's a certain peace when people are transitioning in that manner, in opposed to someone who was shot.
It's a difference, a big difference, right?
And
it's like they're ready to go. They're ready it's time.
To go, right? And so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I am too. Yeah, because they live their life.
Absolutely.
But for the ones that are taken too soon, that's
so that
hard.
You know, I don't know. Like, I haven't worked with pediatrics, and I don't know if I could work with kids that are very terminally ill, and you know.
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
Yeah, that would have me crying every day.
Right. Yeah.
Crying every day. Crying and praying more than what I do now.
Right. And you a prayer warrior. Okay? You a prayer warrior.
Just the vessel, the vessel.
Yeah.
But so tell us some more about yourself. We know she has a soft heart. We know she has a genuine heart. We know she has.
I wish I would have had my bracelet on. She gave us.
Yeah.
I wear it all the time.
My son.
I wear it all the time. Like, I'm going out somewhere, I got it on. I got that one on. Then I had another bracelet. A lady brought me from Lebanon.
Oh.
She's from Lebanon, so she went home for about a month, and she came home and. My wife don't like it though. My wife don't like that bracelet. She think it's something wrong with it or something. Don't accept anything from anybody that did this? I was like, chill out. It was a gift from a friend.
Right.
But because she told me it was blessed by her pastor, her family's pastor or something. My wife was like, don't bring it in the house. I don't trust that thing. It was cursed. I'm like, oh my God. Nothing bad happened yet. But I wear the one you gave us, and I have it on this wrist. Then I wear the other one on the other wrist. And it got a cross on it. It looks so nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's real nice. She brought it. She only brought you and Michael Floyd.
Oh, and now you telling just.
Well, y'all can see it now. They can see it, and I wear it tomorrow.
I don't know him.
I wear it when I go back to work.
She told you, shh. I'm sorry.
They not my friends on Facebook, so it's cool.
Okay.
She is.
But you sure they're not? Because
They're probably
ours
not.
goes public.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Well, like he said, he don't care. That's his right. Mr.
Next podcast, how Anthony got beat up by everybody at his work.
At work. And baby, she come for you. Like, didn't I tell you?
I told you be quiet.
Be quiet.
Nah. That's her second time. She brought me a keychain.
Nice.
She brought me a keychain from Lebanon last time she went. Her husband's like, you and Michael Floyd are like the only ones that we trust around her, because we know you got her back and she got your back.
That's nice.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah, that's how we are.
Absolutely.
But the paparazzi, I like that bracelet. It was real
But
nice.
I like some paparazzis. I brought a necklace from somebody that used to do paparazzi. I don't know where she
And
is
this
now.
is paparazzi.
See,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, she's stand up. Show them. You rocking
And
your
I got my
I'm rocking my leggings and my paparazzi.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
So I wanted to tell you also about my group.
Yes.
I started
Yes.
a Facebook networking group.
We're in it.
Yay.
Yes, we are.
It's called Buffalo Direct Sales, Small Businesses, Services, Connections. And it's a networking group. And we have over 100 members who have direct sellers. We have Avon, Pure Romance. We have God's Property.
Woo woo.
All right.
Yeah.
We have
WYTAP.
WYTAP.
Yes. What you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have Once Upon a Sleepover. We have
Ooh,
Bedroom
wait.
Candy.
Go back to Once Upon a Sleepover.
Oh, that's just an awesome company. She hosts birthday parties for kids, sleepovers.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
It
is
is.
that the one with the tents?
With the
and if
tents.
it's girls, it's
Absolutely.
ballerinas.
Or whatever.
I
theme.
was loving
Yes.
that.
And she is just such an asset to the group.
I never ever heard anything
Yes.
like that.
I
That's
should have
different.
told you to bring that card.
That's different.
Oh, yeah.
Because we missed that, and I forgot what occurred. Something happened at
Yeah.
home where I had to take care of.
But that's okay. But her business is awesome. We have people who cater. So yeah, we Tracy's Tasty Treats. We have people who make their own soaps. People who are into essential oil. Oh, it's just so many businesses in the group, and yeah. So we had our first meet and greet.
Yes,
February 28th.
How did that go?
So we had a small crowd, but it was so great. I mean, everyone spoke about their business. People exchanged cards. We had a raffle, and people collaborated. So there were people who said, okay, I want to do this with you. I want to do that with you. And that's
how you get ahead.
Absolutely. And that's my whole goal, is to get us to work together.
Yeah.
That's how you get ahead.
Absolutely.
You help support one another, get the business out there.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I don't cater, but I know somebody in my group does. Oh, you want to advertise your business? Call WYTAP. They'll hook you up and get you in.
And that it goes like for anything. Like, I don't care if you're a caterer. I don't care if you own your own cleaning business, or I don't care if you do music. If you all collaborate with each other, you all can help each other get forward.
T. Ferg is in the group too.
My little bro.
Yeah, so it's really, it's really an awesome group. We want to coordinate vendor events and coordinate. We're actually talking about doing a cruise.
Ooh, that would be
to
dope.
Network together as a group. But it's really
that would be dope.
As long as we don't do hurricane season, I'm down. Nah, for real.
I know.
Hurricane season.
I know it. I know it.
No bubble.
But it's great, and I decided to start it one day, and then what I did was every event I would just go to every table. Can I take a video of you? By the way, I have this group, and it just spread. It's I was just shocked.
How many's in it?
We have like 140 maybe.
Okay.
And then everybody posts because I get messages on my phone. So and so posted, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I be looking. I'm like, let me see what this is.
Yeah, people post
every day, all day. I get the message all the time.
I know.
You know, yeah, they post other events. So like Sunday I'm vending at a church. Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, I'm doing that too.
Oh, yes,
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 so we did the last
we did the last one
together.
at
The African
Heritage Food
Yeah.
Co-op.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
So,
look, we
good.
stay connected.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong
And now,
with it.
Erica didn't find out about it until I posted, so she missing this Sunday one. But Zeta is in it. Zeta Rice. She does the jewelry. Oh, did you see her new thing?
No, I didn't.
But
I
isn't
still
she in
saw it.
your page?
She is in our
Yeah,
group. Yes,
she's in the group too.
That's what I was saying. The name is familiar. Yes,
But
good.
yeah,
She's
I be
familiar.
on my phone too. It'll be like somebody posted in Buffalo.
Yeah, they be getting all the
I be up in
time.
there doing my videos. Like, if you want to advertise,
I be seeing it, yeah.
Absolutely. And then, you know, I encourage people in the group, share.
Yeah.
So I personally am always sharing posts. Like,
Yeah.
I know you've seen me. I share white.
Oh, yeah, I get it all the time.
So I'm
Yeah.
always
appreciate
sharing.
it.
And I personally have patronized several people in the group. I mean, obviously I'm not rich. I can't buy from everyone.
Yeah.
But I've, you know, Color Street. There's two people that sell Color Street. That's the nails. I've purchased from Color Street. We have someone who sells handbags. I think it's called Sexy Stylish Handbags. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up, but I've purchased a handbag from her. And I just try to support, you know, and even if you can't make a purchase, if you share someone's post, you know, if you share someone's card, that's supporting. That's supporting.
Yes,
and I
definitely.
try my best to support. And I'm hoping to form a collaboration soon with someone with BK Candy, bedroom candy.
Candy coated
Yeah,
crabs.
the candy coated makeup and all of that. So I'm hoping to do a collaboration soon with someone in the group. So
Oh, that's sweet.
yeah.
Now, question: do you carry your products with you at all times?
I actually carry the jewelry with me, and I actually have leggings in the car, but those leggings is for the vending event.
Oh,
Because I haven't been able to re-up, so to speak. That's the New York in me. Re-up.
Well, we say re-up too, because I be re-upping on my
Yeah, a
shirt.
lot of people, yeah.
But look, I got new shirts that I've been popping out. Look, I am accountable.
Maybe you
to
can
it.
probably like collaborate with some people to do like personalized leggings and stuff
Yes.
also.
Well,
I'm trying
I
to.
talked to her about that so I can
I'm
get my
waiting for the-
guys property.
Right. I'm waiting for the
what's up with
supplier to
that?
get back to me. I've been
Personalized
following
leggings
up
would
with
be
her.
sweet.
Absolutely.
Hello, I need personalized for
Yes.
God's property.
Yes.
And I want to get personalized for WYTAP, so when I wear my shirt, I got my leggings saying it on my leggings. WYTAP. What you talking about?
So what I'm also looking to do is to add to the group more entertainers.
Okay.
I just feel like we can always collaborate. We do have a young lady in the group who's a model. She sells Amway, but she's also a model.
Okay.
Her name is Tasha. And then, of course, we have T. Ferg.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have someone else in the group who sings. But I'm into poetry, so I just thought, like, I would love to host some kind of event where we have vendors and we have a creative...
Creative flow.
Yeah, I do
going.
music
Going.
production. We can probably do that. I can
Absolutely.
probably put Sound Like Productions in there also, you know.
Yeah, so, you know,
Yeah.
so that, you know, that takes us into a whole nother, you know,
A whole nother realm.
right, where we can reach people who will say, oh, I'm coming to this poetry reading or this creative event. Oh, this woman sells essential oils. Oh, she makes shea butter, mango butter, or something like that. That's what I'm into. So, you know, it's to incorporate everyone because you are a business. If you're a writer, it's your business. If you're a performer, that's your business.
Yes.
So I try not to limit it. We actually have a yoga instructor in the group.
Wow.
Ooh.
And so I think that's incredibly awesome. And I'm hoping to collaborate with something with her.
Okay.
And she does yoga out of the Juneteenth headquarters.
Okay.
Right. And I think it's twice a week. And her name is Tamika. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but we do have a yoga. We actually have two yoga instructors.
Okay.
In the group.
Oh, good.
So that's like awesome. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But see, that's good. Now, That's awesome.
It really
Now,
is.
what
It's something
color
different.
leggings do you have?
So I have all colors. I have all solid colors. I have a lot of prints. And I also buy leggings from a wholesaler. So my wholesaler has leggings that, like right now, what she has is Blessed Aunt, Blessed Mother, Blessed Daughter.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw me
No.
put those. Yeah. So those are really cool. And then she also has awareness leggings, not just breast cancer, but like for
Domestic violence.
we don't have domestic violence yet, but she has like orange, which I believe is for liver or kidney. I'm not sure. The gray, I believe, is for brain cancer.
Okay.
The yellow or gold really is for pediatric cancer. So we also have those, and I've been telling her like we need suicide awareness.
Yeah,
That's a big
major.
thing.
Yeah, that's something
That's
that's
now.
very dear and near to me because I'm a survivor of attempted suicide over 30 years ago.
Oh,
So that is something that's very dear and near to me, which is why I work in the mental health field. So
The enemy is busy
absolutely
messing with everyone's minds lately.
So so hopefully it's a lot dealing with suppliers and
that's
offering up your ideas and
Ooh,
you gotta
yes.
keep your notebook open
Yeah.
with all the suppliers.
yes.
Look, because like you were calling out for me for God's property
Right.
leggings, and I was like, always when you gotta try to get somebody, it's like, come on. So then now let's skip that middleman and let's look for ourselves.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
how we
That's
get
the
it.
thing.
Absolutely.
Like, yo, let's get it. Money is money.
Right.
Look,
And that's
I'm
what
about
happens.
getting that
That's what
money.
happens when you are dealing with suppliers. At one point you got to say, okay, how can I become a supplier?
Exactly.
Because if it's being delayed or if you're trying to follow up, how can I become a supplier?
Yeah.
Supply and demand.
Yes,
Supply
absolutely.
and
Always,
demand.
always,
Absolutely. Yeah.
always.
You know why I was asking about the colors? Because I have this new shirt and it has gold glitter.
Oh, okay.
The one that I'm
Oh, I
accountable.
saw that
Oh,
one.
yes.
So yeah, T Ferg made it. I told him what I
Oh, he
wanted,
made it?
and he made the vision for me.
Oh,
Look, make
nice.
the vision, write it, play, make it
Right,
run.
right.
God gives me the vision. Yo, T, can you do this? He was like, I got you. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
my
now
lady
I
did
need.
a
So now I
good
need the
job.
gold leggings to rock it out with.
Okay, I gotta check into the gold.
All right, check it, check it. Because
Absolutely.
like you said, you purchased from someone in the group. I purchased from Erica,
Oh yes.
and she gave us a little care package that was free.
Nice.
So I passed it on to someone and was like, here, I know they need it for them spots, bald spots
Oh
and
yes, that's
everything.
right. Because she has the hair.
She has the hair helper that gets you, rejuvenates
Right.
it and everything.
Right.
So I was like, I got this for you.
Man,
Try it out. Let me know how it goes.
I seen a lot of advertising on
Here's her
that too.
card.
Right.
Let her know you heard it from WYTAP.
Exactly.
Right, right.
And that's
You
how
know,
it works. Absolutely.
You help somebody. You
Right.
spread
That's
the
it.
word.
Right.
I was born that way. In my household, growing up, still to this day, we old school. You help someone. You don't look down at somebody.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
exactly how my mother is. My mother, and I got that from her. My mother, I can remember when I was younger,
We're
my
different
mother
kind
would,
of breed, baby.
right, she would make a plate of food and give it to the homeless
Yep.
person on the street.
Yep.
And my mother is a very giving person, and I got that from her.
Right, yeah, see?
Or if
So,
you
yeah.
see them on the street like I do, I go to the store, get some food, and bring it back to them.
Yes.
But I don't even ask, are you hungry? Because I know if you out here,
That's right.
I did that recently, but I didn't. But the way I did, I told him I had change in my thing. I had like mad pennies. I'm talking about because I don't use my pennies. I just throw them in my. So I had a whole handful, gave it to him. He was like, "Man, you ain't got nothing to eat in there." I was like, and he looked in it. He said, "What's that?" I was like, "Man, you don't want that, man. I bit off that, man. Man, it was like a half-eaten honey bun." He was like, "Man, if you don't give me that honey," he started laughing. Me, it was this cracking joke. He's like, "Man, if you don't give me that honey bun, it looking real good right now." Here, man, I just gave it to. I felt bad for giving. I'm like, "Man, I bit off that," but and then I'm like, "Wait a minute." I stopped the car. I parked him. Yo, stay right there. I went over. I had like a thing of me and my wife always keep bottles of waters in our car. I don't know why, but. I gave him a couple bottles, and he was like, "Oh my God, thanks a lot, man. I was thirsty, hungry." Helped him out.
Like you said, when you're hungry, I'll feed you.
Absolutely.
When you're thirsty, I'll give you something.
You got to be like that, but that support for like your group that support goes a long way.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's
it
in
does.
giving that we receive. So in December, so at that time we had 75 people in the group. And I saw a post on Facebook, this woman was doing a sock drive and for the homeless. And I said to the group, you know, it would be great if we got 75 pair of socks, you know, just, and, you know, so we actually collected over 75 pair of socks. And she was doing it in conjunction with her church, which I don't remember the name of her church, but they donated the socks to the Helping Hands Food Pantry.
Okay.
So, and that's another thing I want to instill in the group. So yes, I understand people are on their hustle, they're on their grind, but I really feel like you know, you can't, you have to give to receive.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
have
do.
to give to receive. You know,
Yeah.
it's just the way, you know.
It is.
And the plus side of giving, you have to give to receive. Sometimes
Receive
you just
well.
give and don't care
Absolutely.
about receiving anything.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's just you.
giving out of your
It's like
heart.
it's your
Right.
care for that other person or other individual that
Absolutely.
you know. So sometimes you don't have to. I never think about receiving anything. If you see somebody need something, you
Yep. If
But
I
it-
get something
you
back,
jump on
thank
it.
you, Lord.
But the thing is that you are receiving, but you might not recognize you're receiving. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you wake up every morning, you received.
Right.
Okay? You are in the land of the living. That's a blessing.
Yes,
Yes,
you know
it
what I
is.
mean? You have food, you receive. Everything
Got a roof
that
over
you
your head.
have, you have received
Amen.
Yeah,
from
that's
God.
right.
From
Yes.
God.
Right.
So, you know, and I don't say, oh, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that. I think about, I'm blessed. You
Yes,
know,
we
I have
are.
I have a lot of medical issues. I have and I'm transparent about this. You know, I suffer from OCD and anxiety and depression, but every day I am still here. 30 years ago, I was thinking about taking my life, but God,
But God.
but God,
But God.
not today.
I know
Not
that's
today.
right.
That's beautiful.
So I have received, you know, and even though I don't think about it, but I know, you know, I don't think about, oh, I'm gonna give such and such because I received. I have received, and I continue to receive. You know, there are women out here who are burying 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds,
Yeah.
and my children are
2-year-olds.
2-year-olds, and my children are still living and breathing. I
Thank
have
you, Lord.
received.
That's a
Yeah.
gift in itself.
Okay. I
Or
have
some not
received.
even making it to delivery or made it to delivery
That's right.
and they're stillborn.
That's right. That's right. And we actually, you know, have a member in the group, and she posted this on Facebook, who had a stillbirth, young girl, and she was a part of another group I was in, and I saw the pictures, and my heart was like, ah. So I messaged the girl, and I said, I don't know you, and I'm not a stranger. I'm not like trying to, you know, be funny, but I need to send you something. And the girl said, yeah, I'll give you my address, Buffalo. I said, so I messaged, girl, you in Buffalo? I didn't know you was in Buffalo. And I said, where's the services? I need to come. I need to be there because I had a miscarriage. Not a stillbirth, but I had a miscarriage. But my daughter was born premature, and
Okay.
both she and I were almost lost. And I just, my heart. And so I went to the services, and that was an experience in and of itself. I have never seen a casket that small. But it just was in my heart, you know. And then I said, join the group. And I can't remember the name of her business, but she makes these really awesome soaps that look like food. So if you see her post, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Tag me on the next one.
cheesecake, cupcakes.
Tag me on the next one.
When you see it, you will think
I'll
it's
support
food,
it.
but it's
Yeah.
actually soap.
Oh, that's sweet.
But just to, you know, I'm telling you the story to see just how we connected. Like, I didn't know she lived in Buffalo.
put you in the right
she was
place at the right
yes,
time.
yes. And you know what? I got something from her, you know, because I see her every day, still getting up, still taking care of her surviving child, you know. And I said, look at this girl, you know.
You have to.
Yeah, you know, she's
have
still
to,
going on.
Because you
and-
got
That's
another
beautiful.
child here that
Right.
needs you.
That's
Absolutely.
definitely
It's
beautiful.
like
Yeah.
weeping endures for a night, but joy will come.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And you know, you take from that, you know. So sometimes when you say, oh, I can't get up, oh, I'm so tired, oh, I don't have money to pay this bill, and then you might see a post from someone and say,
Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Jireh,
Yes.
my provider.
absolutely.
Because the simple fact is, we may not have it, but he has it for us.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I tell everybody it could be a lot worse.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
what? You late on a bill. But if you believe in who our provider is, he will make sure that bill will be paid.
Yeah.
And yes, like you said, waking up in the morning, that is a blessing.
Yes.
That's why I always put on my post, thank you, Lord.
Yes, I see that.
For another day.
Yes.
Because let me tell you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, I believe.
But you are a conqueror because the enemy is suicide. God does not give us that to kill ourselves because he loves us.
Yes.
That's a sin. So the enemy is messing with all these young kids' minds
all
right
these-
now
all
and
these-
adults who are
absolutely.
lost. But it's also the fact that they're not having the proper guidance. Like, do they have somebody praying for them? Are they interceding is somebody interceding on their behalf? So then that's where we come in. We're doing our godly duty, and that is to serve someone else.
Right. And also, we just need to bring more awareness to mental health issues, especially in the Black community. And I'm really happy to see that there are a lot of churches now who are
talking about it
and
doing something about it.
Absolutely, because they know that it's it's really devastating, especially, I'm not saying it's not devastating to others, but it's something that as people of color, as Black people, that we have put on the back burner.
We were taught what goes on stays with you. Don't talk about it.
Right.
It's nobody else's business.
That's right.
And we don't know half of our family generation history.
Right.
And then if something happens to you, keep it in the family.
Right.
We handle this.
Right.
No, because that is detrimental in its own.
Right.
You really technically messing us up more.
Right.
Instead of talking about it, you want us to shut it down.
Right.
We don't talk about it.
Right.
Shh. Or we won't speak of it anymore.
Right. And what we're doing is passing on that generational trauma.
Yep.
Right? The cycle.
Yep.
And we need to break that. We need to break those generational curses, as they say.
Right.
We need to break that. And one thing I really like about the group too, the group is for everyone, but there are so many Black women in the group.
Yeah.
And I really like the collaboration that is happening amongst us.
Unity.
Because if you are into the media, Black women can't get together. Black women can't. Black women can't unify, but absolutely we can, and we are.
Sure can.
Absolutely.
And if we all became on one accord, we will run this
That's right.
house. Okay.
on International Women's Day.
Got him.
March 8th is International Women's Day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be rolling right down National Women's Day in a Corvette, bumping James Brown. This is a man's world. I would get jumped.
You sure would.
They would jump. They will kill me.
What y'all talking about?
Next on Channel 4 News.
What does he say in that song? It's a man's world, but
be nothing.
Right there you
Nothing.
True.
Without a woman.
It's true.
There you go.
It's true. It's true.
go. Yes.
But at the same time, Papa did have a brand new bag, but I ain't trying to.
Yeah, he had plenty of brand new bags.
And Aretha, may she rest in peace, said respect.
Yes.
And that's true.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
There's always got to be that respect. Always,
right.
always. That's good though.
Who world is this?
But the collaboration I see in that group is real. Is real.
Yes.
It's real. Everybody commenting, and then like I said, everybody posts
and they're
every
bigging up
day.
each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Bigging up.
And then you see a lot of people sharing other people's stuff.
Yes.
Not only you, it's other people in the group sharing too.
absolutely.
And not tearing down somebody, but we're helping.
Absolutely.
Like, what you doing is stupid. I don't like that. No. Let's
Like,
put that out there.
I put up the pyramid of the African women helping build each other, and it was making a ladder up to the wall. That's how we're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
That's what they did back in the day,
Right.
Martin Luther's time.
In order-
That's when we was fighting together.
Right.
Right.
Now they want to step on you, spit
In
on you.
order to
talk
get
about
somewhere,
and
you
everything
need that
else.
help.
But I love your group. That's why I
thank
stay
you.
in it, because
Right.
let me tell you, he could tell you I ain't with the foolishness.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't deal with the cattiness.
See, I'm not good with the advertising stuff. I leave that to her.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh look. He be like, okay, I see. I was like, yeah. He set up Instagram for us, right? For WYTAP.
I'm not sure if I gotta follow you guys on Instagram if I haven't.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we didn't do it yet.
But no. No.
Oh, we did do it. I'm sorry.
He hasn't. Once I told him, I was like, what's the password so I can get in here? I told you the technology. I got the advertisement. Boy,
We had it for like a couple of days. I had one picture on there.
Look. Once he gave me in, he was like, yo.
She started loading mad pictures
like,
up, man.
A woman.
That's not me. I can't. I told her
we got a lot of followers now. I said, yes, because I'm working.
My own Instagram. What I tell you, my last thing was probably like 2018
and they
October.
Where you at, ho?
Where's the rest of it at? I don't post much on Instagram.
Now, why? You don't post much on nothing.
I don't.
I be watching you on
just
Facebook.
do my work.
I'm like, I gotta tag him on it.
I don't post nothing.
Man, I multitask that way.
I'm not really on social media too much. And when I am on, I'm just glancing and then I put my phone down.
Yeah.
So like you were looking for like a seamstress, and then I mentioned, and she's in the group, and I actually have her name is Evan Conyer, and I actually have a quilt that she made of Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I need my guy's property.
Yes.
Because I talked my husband into a lavender bedroom. You know, man. Lavender. Look, I had to really talk him into it.
That's love.
It's real love, you baby.
Real love.
But that's why I said do God's property, because it's black, purple, and white, and it's nothing but the Holy Spirit, because that's who gave me the vision.
Yes.
That he could rock with,
okay.
and it'll be a little manly too, you know, because he was like, yo, babe, this purple, we gonna have to change it up. I was like, virtuous. I'm virtuous. You have a virtuous woman.
I guess I'm too easygoing. My wife said, "Hey, I'm painting the room pink, whatever." I'm in there sleeping, watching TV. That's all I do. It don't make me no difference.
Oh, I don't paint no more. I did one of our son's room. And that was the first and last time ever. I was like, Tony, I need you to come and paint. He was like, okay. I don't paint.
Oh, you talking about just like lavender, just
lavender, yes.
Everything, okay.
The wall is lavender.
I still wouldn't care.
But the other parts is black, like the black accessories and stuff.
Okay.
But a man in purple room. I love you, baby.
Because you make them think Prince.
Oh, don't play with my purple.
Ain't nothing wrong. I was just watching. I kid you not. I watched Purple Rain yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I love Purple Rain.
I laugh every time I see Purple Rain. I laugh at this part right here. This is the part right here. Hold on.
Don't talk about
my
Prince.
You know, the end, he doing everything. Yo, hey, let's go. And then all of a sudden at the end, he go like this. and it pulls on his face like his eyes all big.
I see.
I cry every time.
Oh, Jesus performed.
Oh wow!
Up in New York City.
Really?
And he was giving out his new CD.
Oh.
He gave out his new CD, but them tickets was $100 a pop.
Wow!
But it was so worth
but
it.
He
played.
He's a legend, though. He was a legend.
So that's why I said it was worth that money.
Like I wouldn't mind seeing Michael Jackson, Prince,
I rest his soul.
all that.
Concerts was phenomenal too.
Yeah.
I seen a meme on Facebook that said, "Man, all we got now is Stevie Wonder." I was like, "Oh my God, what about Smokey?"
Smokey.
He was more of a writer back in the day too, though. He wrote a lot for.
Smokey's not. No.
Man, Smokey was a man.
Oh yeah, my mother and father would go to see them.
They done left Isaac Hayes he passed, didn't he?
Oh man. Isaac Hayes is gone.
Yeah, he passed. Yeah.
Luther gone. Now, I would have loved to see Luther. Even though he didn't go for our team, but
you were missed.
I just noticed what she said. I just noticed what she said.
You gotta be sharp to catch it.
Yeah, I caught it later. I'm looking down. I'm like, what for our team? Oh. So they're gonna be.
But
well,
I love Prince.
I love Prince too.
Oh my goodness.
His music was just like legendary. Like it just, it was real good music.
Yes.
Music.
And it was different.
Yes.
It wasn't like nobody else's.
Everybody aspect of life. Like he was touching everyone's Yes.
He was just different in everything.
Yes, he
Very
was.
unique.
But
He was in his own lane.
He was a genius.
He was a musician. He played piano, drums,
he played every
guitar.
musical instrument. I'm like, that's what's up.
Yes.
And he taught himself.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, I know me about Prince.
He wrote his music, all that, everything.
He had all the they didn't have no rights on it. He was like, these are all mine.
They had rights to his name, though.
They did. Because
Yeah.
remember, he changed it.
Formerly known.
Formerly known.
Formerly known.
But he bought it back, though.
Yeah.
And it's his.
Yeah.
But
But yes.
that would be
I'm
dope to have
excited.
some music things in your.
Absolutely.
I know a few
I'll sing a
people. I
little
know a
bit.
lot of people.
So why don't
In
you
the shower.
invite? Well, you gotta invite.
Like I sound good in the shower. So
Love. Yeah. I do.
I know a
spoken
lot.
word.
I know a lot of I know a lot of music. People that does stuff. I know another guy. He does his own podcast,
Oh, nice.
but it gets a little.
Get 'em rough around the ears.
Yeah, but no, he got a good podcast. What he does is he interviews all local artists.
Oh, that's great.
And he interviews all local artists. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they do a lot of like cursing here and there,
Okay.
but he gets everybody in there, and they're all talking, and they enjoy themselves.
Now, is
They-
it
he-
all different type of artists or just urban hip hop?
I think he got urban hip hop, but I don't know. A lot of his stuff, I've seen a lot of urban hip hop stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's still something to get musicians out there.
Absolutely.
It's still a
absolutely.
platform, you know what I
Yes.
mean? I know he's willing to open up to other things.
That's good.
I used to
That's good.
record him when he was younger.
Oh, wow.
That was funny, him and his boys. And the next thing you know, I'm on Facebook and you see his podcast on. It's pretty good. I mean, I let him know, but because he know a lot of artists. He know a lot of local talent.
Yeah, it would be. There's a few. Well, she's not part of the group, but I try to follow her podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but the one lady is a poet, and she's called Goodness. And then she has a podcast, but it's early in the morning, Monday through Friday, with another woman. Take a solar moment, I think it's called. And then there's another podcast called Cultured Visions, maybe. And they do all different types. So there's a few podcasts coming out of Buffalo.
Okay.
And
That's
that's
good.
great.
That's a lot,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Look,
and I
music.
believe the African Heritage Food Co-op might have a podcast, or the woman who, because she told me that there was Deshawn. She told me
Okay.
about a podcast too. So I mean, podcasts. That's the thing now. And
Everybody's doing it.
everybody, and it's okay because
It
everyone
is.
reaches a
Has-
different audience.
Everyone has different flows.
Right. So,
Yeah, different flows.
Yeah. So
Now, if people want to get in touch with you, how can they?
well, they can find me on Instagram, Rousey Poo Boutique,
Spell it.
ROUSCYPOOH Boutique,
Okay.
as well as Facebook.
All
And I'm
right.
also on Facebook personally as Kim Rouse.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. I also started a page on Facebook. It's called Bronx Chick Grinding.
Bronx Chick
So I haven't posted too
Grinding.
much on that page as of yet, but once I started in direct sales, I started realizing like all these people, like women that I grew up with, are in direct sales, or some of the women that I grew up with like have inspiring stories, like cancer survivors,
Domestic abuse survivors.
Exactly. I have a friend who
Drug addicts.
she lost her daughter to suicide. She's doing incredibly big things, raising suicide awareness down in North Carolina. So I'm hoping to get her, to interview her and have that segment on the page, and things like that. For women who, were born and raised in the Bronx, even if they no longer live in the Bronx. And so, yeah, so that's something that I'm working on, Bronx Chick Grinding. So you can find me on Facebook at Bronx Chick Grinding. Yeah.
Good. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Anything else you want to share with everyone?
Oh my goodness. I hope to eventually start my own t-shirt line.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll come to pass. No, let me say that.
It will come to pass.
It will come to pass because I am claiming it. And I also, I write, so I will be putting together a chapbook eventually, but that's really my passion. Writing and being creative is really my passion.
Okay.
So be on the lookout.
Yeah, man, do it. That's
Yes.
yours. It's
Well,
all
You
yours.
heard it here first.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I want to thank you both for this platform. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Absolutely, I
Welcome. We
appreciate
appreciate you.
Oh,
I'm glad you're able to come the second time.
Exactly.
Yes, I know, right? I was
Yes.
like, T, we got to get her in.
Yeah, I was saying that to her the other day. I was like, oh, when is she coming back in? He's like, she was like, I'm already working on it.
Yeah, so I do.
She was already
appreciate you.
working on it.
I be double booking, triple booking. He like, you're killing me. You're killing me. I was like, yo, we got to get the people what they want.
Yes.
But no, we keep our promises. We said we're going to do it, we do it. We
Oh,
said
yeah.
we're going to promote, we promote.
Yes.
We about real.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we need. That's what
Yes.
we need. Absolutely.
Yes, oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And we're
But
going to
yes,
keep promoting.
we thank you for sharing, liking,
thank you so
supporting
much.
us. We thank you for promoting with us.
Right.
Uh,
Thank you.
she was like, "Oh, Erica, I see you." What's up? Two
Yeah.
people in the group.
Yeah.
Right,
I was
right,
like, "Yep."
right.
Erica was
That's like-
like, "I'm trying to get people on your show too, Nicole."
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
thank
what
you.
I'm talking about. That's exactly like when I saw that, I was like, yes, that was my goal, and I look at things and I said, I got all this stuff going on with me, and I said, I cannot believe that I actually got this group together. I really didn't think it was going to get this big.
I was gonna get bigger.
Yeah, and to think that, I had people in shops reaching out to me and say, hey, you want to rent space in my shop, put your leggings there, all the way in clothing.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get my shirts up into places, but
Yes.
in the right places. You know what I mean? Because it's
Absolutely.
spiritual shirts.
Yes.
So I know I need to get on that. I need some extra.
But there's
I need-
so many church, so we're going to be at the church on Sunday.
Yeah.
But there's so many church groups that hold bazaars and things like that.
Yeah.
So it'll happen, I know as long as you trust and believe. And I
Bruh.
know you trust and
Bruh.
believe.
Bruh.
So it's just,
He said, "Do it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yes.
He don't show you everything right away.
Mhm.
So I said, "I'm doing it. I'm putting money in."
Yeah.
But you know what? If it's just me rocking it right now, I'm rocking it for you, God.
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, look, he's rocking with me.
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it.
He was like, "What?" I didn't get that memo. Because
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
didn't
okay,
get it.
God said we got to do this. He was like, I didn't get that memo.
Because I don't.
I was
Yeah, I
like,
don't.
you catch up. You like my husband. You catch up. Because I was telling my husband. I was like, okay, God said I got to do the shirts. My husband was like, I didn't get the memo. I said, remember, you get assignments, I get assignments, and me and him both get an assignment together. I said, this is my assignment from the Lord, not yours. And I said, T, this is our assignment from the Lord. Why? Because you're my engineer. You're my you're my producer. You help me with spoken word. I be telling him when we're doing spoken word, he be like, no, that don't sound right. And then I'm like, okay, God just said we got to do this, change that. Da-da. He was like, he told you all that just now? I was like, yeah. And then I'm like, you got to hop on. He was like, well, I always got to be the hop one.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
want to
with
get
the
on.
last breath and the hug.
I didn't even want. I didn't even want to do the podcast.
You sure
I
know
didn't.
that?
You did?
No. He said he didn't get the memo.
I don't like. I'm not the front guy. I hate being the front guy type
Oh,
person.
you like to be behind.
I like to be behind the scene. I'd rather be behind the camera right now.
Oh.
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Well,
But you're
I-
doing well with it.
I can be
Yes,
last
he
behind the
is.
camera.
Yeah.
No,
You're doing well with it.
I'm playing.
I know you.
I've been doing it though, but in the beginning I didn't want to do it. I
In
told
the
her.
beginning, he didn't.
I was like, I told her, yeah, that'd be cool if you do a podcast. You notice I said you do a podcast. Huh?
and I
That'd be
was
nice.
Like, no, he said we.
We.
When he says something, we do. And he was like, okay. Let me think
And look
about
at
it.
you.
I told her I'd try it. I was like,
He
I'll
said
try it with you. I'll
it.
try it. And then I was like, it ain't that bad.
No, it's not. It's
And then the more we do it, the more, the more talkative I became, I noticed.
Yes.
That's good,
And
that's
we
good.
meeting
'Cause
more
I didn't
people
talk as much.
and we're connecting with more people.
right.
Because she's the talker.
Oh,
I
we
didn't-
know that.
I didn't talk as much until now. And then I'm like, now I'm starting to talk more. I'm opening up a little more. But
Yes, yes, he is.
and I'm the jokester, so
Yes.
I'm crack a little jokes in
Yes,
there.
he is. But yeah, God said, write it, do it. We got it, so we doing it.
That's good.
We
That's
doing
good.
it. We
That's
doing
good.
it.
That's
Look,
good.
but them leggings, I will be buying some from you on
Okay.
Sunday. See if you got gold enlarged.
Okay, I will check on that tonight.
Because I
actually.
need to
I'm
rock
off
that
tonight.
with the shirt. I'm like, from Kim.
Right.
T Huff. I was like, but this is God's property vision.
Yes.
But T Huff
Yeah.
was rocking with me. He's not gonna rock the outfit.
I ain't
but-
rocking no. I ain't rocking no
for
leggings.
you.
No,
Well, maybe
I
if I had some gold heels or something with it.
It's playing, y'all.
I definitely playing. Please don't believe that. I might mute that part.
They be like, Mr. Hoof, we saw you last month.
Did you rock those gold heels? Not at all.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Not at all.
Well, we do thank you for coming
Definitely.
back.
Thank you again.
Because she did come, you know what?
She came last time in a
Through the
snowstorm.
Absolutely.
You know what? I think that's what bamboozled our system.
Oh, that storm.
Because
was
that
something
storm
else.
was brutal.
Yes.
When I came out, my car was all covered.
Mm-hmm.
Him and the neighbors helped plow me out with the snow.
Yeah, it was that bad.
And my husband had the snow brush in
The
his
neighbors-
vehicle. I was feeling
The neighbors was outside playing in it with their dog and stuff. I'm like, you guys are crazy in this
we
neighborhood.
don't play in snow like that.
And they grown too. These are grown people. They was out there.
I was
The
like,
son was downstairs, down the street carrying the dog. The dog like, I can't walk no more in the snow.
I mean, the visibility was low.
It was
and
Very
horrible.
low.
Then I had to go to work that night, so it was like,
Look, I
Yeah.
put the car in snow gear mode,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was going slow. He was like, "All right, let me know when you get home." I said, "I am. Trust me."
She
I
got
said,
there.
"The blood of Jesus."
Yes.
My husband said, "Stay on the phone with me until you get here,
Yeah.
because I want to make sure you're okay."
yeah, exactly.
Right.
But it was that bad. Like
Yeah.
the car was covered. It was like, okay, say you can't see what I can see. I couldn't see nothing. It
Right.
was like you blind out there.
Right.
The snow and the wind all coming at once. I was like, "Ooh, okay, let's just make it home, okay."
Yes.
But in certain parts of Buffalo, Cheektowaga get it bad.
Yeah, South Buffalo gets it.
The worst. South Buffalo gets to the worst though.
Yeah, South Buffalo. And right now there is this huge icicle. It's so big, and it's in like the driveway. It's hanging on the house adjacent to mine.
What?
So a couple of days ago is when I noticed it, and I said, no parking in the driveway, because last year icicle fell on the neighbor's car, and they did not reimburse him. You know, he didn't get any money from the people who own the next property.
Because it was an act of God.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
they said. Yeah, so I
You
told
have
my
to use
son.
your comprehensive.
Yeah, God did that to you, dog. Sorry. We can't go against.
We did the car insurance segment about what to have on
It
your
was like,
policy.
well, we can't make God pay for that, guys. Sorry, he did
Yeah.
that for a reason.
So I said,
That's what they
no.
said.
But how come the people don't hit the ice off when they know it's...
Well, they should. I think they should. I think they
They're
should
liable.
get people to come out and get up on a ladder or something and knock it off. Because I'll tell you one thing. God forbid one of that big thing hit one of my kids.
Girl,
God forbid. So
I know.
they have to go out to empty. I don't take the garbage out. The boys do.
That's what their job
Right.
is.
So I said, y'all look up, make sure, special like the sun was out today. So I just think that's the landlord.
How high is it? It is.
It's
the
very
landlord.
high.
It's
Very, very high. Yeah.
Lord, I
Oh,
would be
man.
throwing stones at it like it's getting down. Lord, for real, or shoes.
She said, I'm about to David Goliath that joint with the
Because that
sling.
messes up gutters too.
Yes, it does. Actually, their gutter is down, and I think that's part of it. And I
Part
think
of the
that's why
problem.
it's.
Take
you
a
know,
picture just
Yeah.
for
Oh, I
safety.
took a picture.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You know, I'm in legal, so take a picture.
Right.
Yeah, take a
I
picture.
showed
Let
them
them know
to
that
But
it's
look,
all
make
there.
sure it has the date on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hear the legal advice. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is WYTAP, and we are signing out, and we thank you for tuning in. You have
Oh,
a
yeah.
blessed night.
All righty. Good night.
Woohoo! Yeah! I'm going to keep that in there too at the end.
Him
I'm like, oh, what's
doing
wrong with this dude?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah!
love. Mr. Hoof.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.